if you are a Ghanaian and you've decided to go to Vietnam to teach for a living, this is a very good idea. Why am I saying this? Because Vietnam has very good nature, very good food, very good internet, and cost of living is very, very low. But before you go, you need to choose an employer. And if you don't take time, you will be in the wilderness because you will get a very bad employer. This is why I'm here to give you the tips to look for when choosing a very good employer between a bad employer so you don't make any mistakes. Join me, let me give you these tips.
It's Liquid Mix.
Subcidy. Team nobody. Hey,
Hello.
men down. Asabi ala bom down. I late to a fear.
Oh my God.
At the panel bobu on a towo. Hey, could your vibes right be end? I visit say na je 10 billion. Bagare, la mo Casio, my one Sabi at the patio.
Boy, Melody. Boy, Melody.
Sin Chow, it's your boy Melody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. To my already subscribers, I say thank you so much. I'm so grateful for joining my family and always making my family grow. And to those who are new here, I say welcome to my family. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Join the family. Let's make our family grow, our Strive family grow. Why am I here today too? I'm here to share some experience on how to choose good employers in Vietnam. Not everybody has gotten the chance or the eye to see how to choose good employers in Vietnam, but I'm saying this based on my personal experience, which I think other people should get to know. Now let's go into the video.
Yeah. Subcidy. Team nobody. Hey, akike wo hia ni e kan be. Ahun oba pon kete se fadi me. Obojole nso mu mana no kwe. Oni mu maka se waga no fe. Tawo Shika no nya shika. Osoko fama ba no chopo money nyakupa. Shika ma we e kan pupa obombobo ba go bitemu don tuto.
So, first of all, let's talk about contract duration and content. Why am I stressing on contract duration and content? I always say that whatever I do or say is based on the experience that I had. Now, let's say a company gives you 1 year contract. It means in Vietnam, it means that the company has to get you a 1 year visa. If it gives you 2 years contract, 3 years contract, it means they have to give you 2 years visa, 3 years visa. I heard some even give TRC or temporary residence card. They give you up to 5 years, which I don't know, I heard it, but I haven't experienced that before. So I'm advising you to choose a 1 year contract, because if the employer doesn't follow what they have in the contract, which is the content, then it means you have a very short period to terminate the contract or not to renew the contract. So 1 year, if the contract or the employer doesn't follow what he said or she said in the contract, then 1 year is very short. And after the 1 year, you can decide not to renew the contract again and find a different employer which will help you do another visa. So just imagine if you sign a 2 years contract, if you sign a 3 years contract, and the employer isn't following what they said in the contract, it means you would have to stay. You would have to be with them till the 2 years or the 3 years contract expires. Just imagine, you can be in wilderness if you have a very bad employer. So to me, I would say that always choose 1 year contract. If employers force you to sign 2 years or 3 years contract, hey, there is a question mark. Do not sign that contract. Beware of such employers. I'm speaking from experience.
Yeah. Subcidy.
Rhythms Ghana.
Tim nobody. Hey, akike wo hiani e kan be. Ahun oba pon kete she fadi me. Obojole nso mu mana no kwe. Oni mu maka se waga no fei. Tawo Shika no nya shika. Osoko fama ba no chop money nyakupa. Shika ma we e kan pupa obombobo ba go bitemu don tuto.
Now let's talk about the second point. We are talking about security deposits. If I say security deposits, what do I mean? What I mean is an employer taking money from an employee to put down just to be sure that the employee isn't going to quit their job before the said contract. So they take this money, put it down, and tell you that after your contract, I'm going to give you back your money. This isn't the right thing. I don't think companies in Ghana do that, companies in Africa do that, companies in Europe do that, and I don't think companies in Asia also do that. But some employees have taken upon themselves to take security deposits just because of some advices they hear from some other places. This isn't right. I'm letting you know that this is illegal in Vietnam. Employers are not entitled to take security deposit from employees. Can you imagine? You are the one looking for the job, and if an employer is taking money to put down after your contract, he or she will give that money to you. This doesn't make sense anywhere. Do not be desperate. If you are desperate, you pay such money. I was looking for a job in Vietnam, and I could say that maybe I was desperate, so I didn't bother paying such money. But later I found out that it isn't something legal in Vietnam. So do not pay security deposits, of which amount I don't know. Do not pay to any employer. It is against the law to do that. So now watch out and take note. Any employer who puts security deposits in their contract, such employers are not good employers, and you shouldn't accept their offer, or you shouldn't associate yourself with them. Hope I'm making some sense over here.
Yeah. Subcidy.
Rhythms Ghana.
Tim nobody. Hey, akike wo hiani e kan be. Ahun oba pon kete she fadi me. Obojole nso mu mana no kwe. Oni mu maka se waga no fei. Tawo Shika no nya shika. Osoko fama ba no chop money nyakupa. Shika ma we e kan pupa obombobo ba go bitemu don tuto.
Now let's talk about this very important notice too. We are talking about probation. Probation. So if an employer in Vietnam tells you that they are going to put you on probation for 1 month, which they are going to train you and pay you a quarter of your salary or 3/3 of your salary, do not accept that. You should know that this company or employer isn't a good employer. Yes, first they will tell you that they are going to train you for 1 month, they are going to do that, they are going to do this, and pay you one third. If they tell you they will pay you 1/3 of the salary, hey, because this company isn't a good company, or this employer isn't a good employer. Mostly, good employers will tell you that we are putting you on 1 month probation, and this 1 month probation, we are going to pay you full salary for your work. Full salary. So take note of that. Any employer which will tell you we are training you for 1 month and pay you 1/3 of your salary isn't a good employer. But if an employer says they will put you on probation for 1 month and pay you full salary, embrace such company. They are the best, or they are one of the best companies. So like I said, probation, you need to be paid full salary. If after 1 month the company doesn't want you, they can let you go. If they want you, they can still continue working with you. So take note of this point, and don't let any employer tell you they are going to pay you 1/3 of your salary as a 1 month probation, or they are going to train you for that. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Subcidy.
Rhythms Ghana.
Tim nobody. Hey, akike wo hiani e kan be. Ahun oba pon kete she fadi me. Obojole nso mu mana no kwe. Oni mu maka se waja no fei. Tawo Shika no nya shika. Osoko fama ba no chop money nyakupa. Shika ma we e kan pupa obombobo ba go bitemu.
Now, point number 4, let's talk about salary. Salary. So, 2 years back, some employers were paying $800 for first year of contract, which I think wasn't a good salary, but hey, that's what was going on in Vietnam. This time, it's been 2 years, and I think if an employer tells you they are going to pay you $800, $900 for the start, you shouldn't accept that. Why am I saying this? 2 years has been far, and I think as an English teacher, you deserve more than $800. You deserve more than $900. At least you should work and receive $1,000 for a minimum of 100 or a maximum of 100 hours. Why am I saying this? Some employers take advantage of some English teachers, especially from Africa, and decide to pay them $600, $800, $700 for their first employment. Hey, the demand for English teachers in Vietnam is being on a rise, and you shouldn't accept anything less than $1,000 for 100 hours of work. Take note of that. If an employer decides to give you lesser than that, that employer has a question mark, and he or she isn't a good employer.
Yeah. Subcidy.
Rhythms Ghana.
Tim nobody. Hey, akike wo hiani e kan be. Ahun oba pon kete she fadi me. Obojole nso mu mana no kwe. Oni mu maka se waja no fei. Tawo Shika no nya shika. Osoko fama ba no chop money nyakupa. Shika ma we e kan pupa obombobo ba go bitemu tontuto.
Now let's talk about the next point. We are talking about exchange rate. So, exchange rate for Vietnamese dong and dollars. Okay? So, now every month employers pay their employees their salaries. And this is what happens. Every employer pays every employee based on the current exchange rate between the dong and the dollars. Because you receive salary in dollars, then they will exchange it into dong and put it in your bank account, or maybe they give the money to you in hand. So if an employer has their own exchange rate, why am I saying this? Some employers will tell you that they have a company exchange rate. So let's say Vietnamese dong to dollars is 23,000 dong for $1. This employee will tell you that I have my own exchange rate, so all the time I'm going to pay you at 22,000 Vietnamese dong. Have you thought of how much your salary is going to decrease? Now, I'm here to tell you that if an employer tells you that in a contract, please do not accept this employer. This employer isn't a good employer in any way. They are going to treat you in so many bad ways. Accept employers who pays their employees based on the current exchange rates. So, be very, very, very cautious. When choosing an employer, you need to watch the exchange rate that these employers give to their employees every month. If they have a constant exchange rate which is lower than the actual exchange rate, please do not accept this employer. They are not good employers.
Yeah. Subcidy.
Rhythms Ghana.
Tim nobody. Hey, akike wo hiani e kan be. Ahun oba pon kete she fadi me. Obojole nso mu mana no kwe. Oni mu maka se waja no fei. Tawo Shika no nya shika. Osoko fama ba no chop money nyakupa. Shika ma we e kan pupa obombobo ba go bitemu tontuto.
Now let's talk about the next point. What are we talking about? We are talking about taxes. taxes. So, if an employer tells you that they are going to pay taxes on your behalf, you need to be very, very vigilant. Why am I saying that? If you work in any country legally, you are entitled to pay tax. So some employees are going to tell you, we are going to pay the taxes on your behalf. From my experience, I think it will be in the best interest if employees tell you that government will deduct tax every month, or you should pay your own tax every month. Why am I saying that? Some employees will tell you that they will pay tax on your behalf, but at the end of every month, you wouldn't see any deduction of tax from your salary on your pay slip. What does this mean? This means that automatically the employers are not paying your tax. What do you think will be the consequences when government gets to find that you do not pay tax? It will bring a whole lot of problems to you. So my advice is, if an employer tells you that they will pay tax on your behalf, first of all, do not accept it. Most of them do not pay the tax on your behalf. And even if you accept it and you go to Vietnam, be sure that every month it is deducted from your salary and it will be shown on your pay slip. This is another thing you need to look out for when accepting or choosing an employer to work with in Vietnam.
Yeah. Subcidy.
Rhythms gone.
Tim nobody. Hey, akike wo hiani e kan be. Ahun oba pon kete se fadi me. Obojole nso mu mana no kwe. Oni mu maka se waga no fei. Tawo Shika no nya shika. Osoko fa maba no chop money nyakupa. Shika ma we e kan pupa oba mbobo ba go.
Now let's talk about working hours. Working hours. So when I talk about working hours, I'm talking about the hours you work every week and every month. Now, mostly the working hours in Vietnam for every English teacher, the maximum is 100 hours. 100 hours. And I told you the salary you should expect for working for 100 hours. Now, anything above 100 hours should be extra hours that you work, and that should be calculated in a different salary or different way and added to your salary. Any company that makes you work more than 100 hours and pay you the same actual salary, this company has a question mark. Do not accept this company. Like I said, it should be a maximum of 100 hours. That is what you should accept. If a company forces you to work 120 hours, 130 hours, 140 hours, 150 hours, 160 hours for $800, $900, $100, do not accept it. So let's take it as if you are working for 1 hour, you are being paid $12. It's a $1,200 for 100 hours. And $12 at this time in Vietnam should be the minimum wage, hourly wage. Yes, that's how it is. So watch out. Every employer who makes you work more than 100 hours and pay you $800, $900, $1,000 is not a good employer, and you shouldn't work with them. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Subcidy.
Rhythms gone.
Tim nobody. Hey, akike wo hiani e kan be. Ahun oba pon kete se fadi me. Obojole nso mu mana no kwe. Oni mu maka se waga no fei. Tawo Shika no nya shika. Osoko fa maba no chop money nyakupa.
Thank you so much for being with me till the end of this video. Always don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new here, and if you're already a subscriber, I say thank you so much for being with this family. I'm so grateful. I'm very happy to have you as my family member, Strive family member. Strive for glory, strive for success, strive for travels, and strive for travels. I'm so happy you are here with me. See you in the next video.